what is going on, guys? It is FoxyDude98 here, and welcome back to some brand new F1 2017 gameplay for you guys today here on my channel. First of all, if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here as well. And second of all, a couple of things I need to talk about before we get into this. Now, this isn't official gameplay from Codemasters themselves, but we do know it is F1 2017 gameplay. This has just been some gameplay that's just been found on the internet, and it's going around now, and since the last gameplay was real, I thought I'd upload this one now. So first of all, there is going to be no sound. Of course, you're literally just going to be hearing me post-com. Now, why is that? Now, basically, whilst this video had been made, unfortunately, the French commentators were actually talking over this. So for any people that are French, you would have known exactly what was being said, and you would have been able to listen to it. But unfortunately, it wasn't just raw gameplay of track, car, and all the sound in it. Unfortunately, it was just French commentary. Could kind of hear the car sound, which is a little bit disappointing. And secondly, before you complain about the driving, I did not drive this, by the way. I have had no connections with gameplay at all. I've literally just found this. So the person that is driving this clearly doesn't really know what they're doing, which is really annoying. I'd rather they get some people that really can just drive properly. So bear in mind, there are going to be a few spins and a few offs, but just bring it as some entertainment and a bit of laughter that you will be better than this person. But what have we got on your screens then? We have got the classic 2008 McLaren Mercedes, which is what you're seeing, which was driven by both Lewis Hamilton and Heikki Kovalainen. And of course, it was Lewis Hamilton's championship winning McLaren from 2008 after the old famous infamous meme of "is that Glock" in the second to last corner, in the last corner even. And this is what we're seeing right now. This is around the Chinese Grand Prix, by the way. So around Shanghai International Racetrack. So I thought I would just go through and basically go and spot a couple of details then. So the first thing that we can see, the top left-hand corner, we can see that the HUD has changed very, very slightly. You can see that we are still going to get told what tyres people are on, but you can clearly see there, just where it says P1 and then P2, you can see that it's got a grey circle and then it's got D. Now that basically represents the tyre compound. But I can say for the actual game itself, that area will have the actual tyre compounds in the race. So up there where it says D with the grey circle, it'll have yellow and then S for soft and then red for super softs. And again, like I said, the guy spins, okay? Leave him alone. So it's a little bit updated there. The HUD in the top top left looks basically a little bit more clearer. It's a little bit more greyish this time though, not as covering on the screen as we've seen before. On the top right hand side then, where the delta time is, you can see that the delta is not ticking like some uncontrollable clock. You can see that it's updating every so often. So you can see now, instead of it just constantly flicking through, you can see that you're getting a different form of delta time, whereby it's just basically coming up in different chunks of times through every different little mini segment, which is a little bit different there. Basically, overall, the HUD hasn't taken a massive change from what we can see. And the final thing I should say before I continue talking about the car itself is this is, once again, a work-in-progress build. This is not going to be the final build that you will see in the game. Of course, the graphics are going to look better, the cars will look better, the tracks will look better. So this is a work-in-progress build, and it's an early release of the game, so don't think that this is the final game. This is what it's going to look like. Of course, when we get official gameplay from Codemasters, that's when we're going to get a very good recognition of what the game is going to be like. For now, these are just going to be early release gameplays that people have had the chance to get their hands on and start reviewing. Whereas when we get official gameplay from Codemasters, we can go through it. Now, as you can see here, we have got now a T-cam view of this beautiful McLaren car, and this is probably the camera view that everyone's going to be using the most. You can see down there where the gear shifting changes are. You can see that it's slightly more updated, a little bit shorter, I'd say, a little bit thinner in terms of just HUD display. The mini-map is basically the same, yeah, not really much else to talk about, but it just looks absolutely stunning here. Unfortunately, this guy can't seem to beat personal best. Here it is again, another camera. Clearly doesn't seem to know what camera, clearly doesn't seem to know what they're doing as they go off the track there, but it all looks very, very nice with the Santander at the back on the red rear wing. Really did love the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes cars. They were really, really nice, although for me, my personal favourites are the McLaren Hondas in red and white. So, for example, the MP4-4 and the MP4-6. But this is a very interesting one. This front wing cam, this actually is implanted in the middle of the front wing, because of course, you remember, you've got the original, you've got the front wing, and then you've got the other little bit of bodywork that goes over the top of it and sort of formed like basically like a human eye looking type front wing. And the camera's been placed there, very, very interesting. And then it does go back to cockpit cam here. And this is kind of it then for the F1 2017 gameplay, to be honest. They did 2 laps, and they did go through all the camera angles as well here. So as you can see, coming up into 6th gear now, and down into the hairpin to finish off this lap. But guys, if you have enjoyed this video nonetheless, don't forget to drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. If you're hyped for F1 2017, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to leave this gameplay now because nothing else happens as soon as he crosses the line. And until then, I'll see you for another video. Take care all. Peace.